Hey Sagittarius, it's Suzanne with Sunny Forest Tarot, here to do actually a reading for you that's timeless. So whenever you find this reading, that's when you're meant to find it, okay? I'm doing actually a Celtic Cross reading for you, with also taking a look at possibly what you can't see when it comes to your person. Okay, so let's get started here. The first card, okay, is going to represent your person. The second card is going to represent you. And the third card is going to represent what is crossing the two of you right now. All right, so we're going to take a look at this first. So the first card is you. And we've got Four of Wands. Okay, so I feel like there's somebody that you are looking at that you see as a long-term possibility, all right? Somebody that you have possibly a strong foundation with, somebody that, you know, that you see in this beautiful light, all right? Four of Wands is and can be a twin flame card, all right? It's also can be a card, you know, of traditional marriage. It's somebody that you hold in high regard and you have your eye on and you see in a very, very positive light. Let's see, for your person, we have Justice. Okay. So, I feel like this person here also sees the potential, okay, for a long-term connection. Justice, yes, it can be the divorce card. It can be about contracts, but it can also be about potential marriage or long-term connection. Again, contracts, all right? Now, you can see that the scales here, it shows that the scale in the past, there was a heavier energy for the two of you in some way in the past. I feel like the load is lightening right now because the scale for the future shows a lighter energy. So whatever was heavy between the two of you in the past, I feel like it's lightening up. However, the sword, you can see a lot of times the sword is standing straight up in truth. Okay, but this sword is facing down towards the future. So it's like there might be the energy of needing to not completely come out of, you know, not completely show this relationship or connection to the world right away. I feel like this might start off by keeping it fairly private. Okay, so what is crossing the two of you? We've got the Five of Cups. So there's been sadness here for you and your person. Five of Cups means, or the crossing means that this is affecting both of you. So, but it also means that, look at this. So we've got the Three Cups that have spilled over in the lake here, okay? And then we've got the Two of Cups in the tree here. All right, so I feel like the energy is pretty even when it comes to, you know, not even, I take that back. The past is heavier than the future. The future is bright. We've got the Two of Cups in the future. We've got the Three of Cups in the past. This might be, you know, in some way, there might have been a third person involved here in some way, because the Three of Cups have spilled over. I feel like that energy is moving away, and because we're left with Two of Cups. So let's take a look at, we're going to use the blind spot oracle cards. So basically, what is the blind spot here? What is it that you're not seeing when it comes to what's going on here? What is it that you're not seeing? All right, so we have 44. Okay, so let's see what 44 is about. I have to look it up. The only thing I don't like about these cards, but look at this. Look at this. We've got scales again. So this, I feel like this card definitely represents what's going on with your person, even before I look at what the meaning is, because justice has the scales as well. So that's another confirmation that this is what's going on. All right. Okay. So 44 is about expectations. So what you can't see or what you don't know right now is what your person's expectations are. I feel like because of this Five of Cups, I feel like the expectations, they have the same expectations of Two of Cups as you do. I'm not sure why you may be getting intuitive hits about where this person is right now or where their expectations should be. But I feel like it's not where their expectations are. I feel like their expectations are much more aligned with you than you might expect. All right, so let's move on. Let's take a look at the foundation of this connection. We have the Emperor. All right, so at some point, I feel like this was a very, very controlled connection. Like both of you were controlling this energy. Like, oh my gosh, if we let this go, if we let this, take us over, we're going to be in trouble. So I feel like both of you held back. Both of you held back because, again, there might have been a third party here in some way in the past. And so this foundation might have had a difficult time. You might have had a difficult time building this foundation because there was something blocking it, and it might have been inappropriate to explore it. You enjoyed being around each other. You enjoyed interacting. You might have talked about a lot of things, but maybe this never got off the ground because it was quote unquote inappropriate. Now with the Two of Cups being left over here, which is a mutual connection, that mutual connection still exists. So let's look at the past. Ace of Wands. So there was mutual passion here. And that's why this foundation, was so controlled. Because I feel like if the two of you let this passion take over, it was like, oh boy, now what? Now we're in trouble. The present. What's the energy of the present? 10 of Pentacles. So, 10 of Pentacles, I feel like we've got Two of Cups here. 10 of Pentacles says both of you see this as something that could be extremely, extremely beautiful. And I feel like it's what the two of you are focusing on right now. You might be dreaming about this, okay? You just know that there's the possibility for this to work. Like it feels like it would work. It feels like, it's something that makes both of you happy. And if it, we're being crossed here by the Five of Cups. So there's sadness, possibly from having to control ourselves for a period of time, who knows how long. And there's beautiful happiness over here that this connection, it didn't die. It didn't go anywhere. And up here, your person's expectations, I feel like, meet yours. What does the future look like? Page of Wands. Okay. So I feel like the Page of Wands in this sense is about gaining new insight, needing new insight, okay? Because I feel like this is pretty established energy here. Like we both know all of this. So we both need new insight, because I feel like you don't know what your person's expectations are, and you need to know what that is in order to move forward. You both feel this Ten of Pentacles possibility, though. So let's take a look at you right now. We've got the Hierophant. So it's like, I feel like what you're asking is, especially because you have a question around what their expectations are, it's like, do our core values, do they work together? Do they match? You know, it's, you know, we had to control ourselves. I might not have gotten enough information in the past from this person. You know, is this person somebody that, you know, enjoys serial monogamy? Is this person someone who enjoys, you know, affairs or flings? Is this, you know, you have questions about that as to whether or not your beliefs line up. And that's why you need new insight. And I feel like that's going to be coming in. I feel like either your person is going to be reaching out. Pages are messengers. And I feel like in some way, it might not be, I don't know, it might not be directly, but there might be some message that comes to you about this person that gives you that new insight that you need, because you're questioning right now what their expectations are, and do your core values align? All right, and you also, with this Hierophant here, you might wonder, are they committed elsewhere? All right, so what's the environment here? We've got Four of Cups. So with the Four of Cups, you know, again, we've got 3 cups down here that, you know, the environment might be, is this ever going to happen? Is this ever going to manifest the way that I wanted it to? You've got that one Ace of Cups up there. The Ace of Cups always lingers in the Four of Cups. So, you know, the negative energy here is a little bit heavier than the positive, because you can't see it. There's something here you can't see. And again, what that is this person's expectations, I feel, are aligned with yours perfectly. They're a match. And that's what you can't see. So that's why you're asking these questions. That's why you need more insight, because I feel like you might be on the verge of giving up on this person or giving up on this situation. And I feel like this is telling you, don't do that yet. All right, so we've got hopes and fears. So hopes and fears. Hopes, 10 of Wands. You want this burden to go away. I don't know how long this has been going on for you, but there's something about this connection that literally haunts you or burdens you, that you think about a lot. And it could be your lack of action that has bothered you, or it could be this person, it could be their lack of action. It could be both. But it's like, you know, you're wearing this heavy burden, and you want to release it. You're kind of at the end. Like I said, I feel like you're getting ready to give up. But what you can't see is what's kind of holding you to this, kind of keeping you, that's maybe even the smallest part of you is still fully engaged in this. And then fears, Queen of Wands. Okay. So I feel like, you know, you might see, again, you might see this person as a possible player or a possible, because Queen of Wands is the mistress. So this might have been somebody that, you know, again, you originally were very, very attracted to, could see, you know, a beautiful life with, but somebody here might have been with somebody else. Remember those 3 cups that spilled over, that they're crossing the 2 of you, but that 2 of Cups is there. You're not sure whether or not your person is a little bit of a fly-by-night, even though your heart tells you right now, 10 of Pentacles, that they're not. Like in your heart of hearts, I feel like you know that answer. But there was something demonstrated. It might have been passion by your person that led you to believe that this person might be just in it, you know, in it for the thrill. And that's what burdens you, I feel like, the most. That you might be in love with this person, but at the same time, there's a part of them that you feel like you don't know. And that's why you need this, you know, this new insight that's coming in here. What is the outcome here? We have 3 of Cups. So there's celebration to be had. There's happiness here to be had. That's going to be the outcome. But I feel like it's interesting because I feel like a lot has to happen between here and here. So I want to get some clarification here. I want to clarify this 5 of Cups that's crossing the 2 of you. I want to clarify the controlled foundation. I want to clarify this new insight that's coming in. Let's clarify the Queen of Wands. And then ultimately the 3 of Cups. What are we celebrating? Okay, so 5 of Cups clarified by the Chariot. How beautiful is that? So this is just confirming that the 2 of Cups is in the future, because Chariot talks about moving forward towards your heart's desire. Okay, so this is going to move forward. What do we have here in the foundation? Why was this foundation so controlled? We have 3 of Wands. There's 3 of Wands is about expectations. Okay, even at the time, you were not fully clear on what this person's expectations were. Okay, so that made this connection, you know, your intuition might have been screaming at you as to what was going on. Okay, but because the expectations of your person here, Justice, it's like you could have slapped you in the face and you still wouldn't have gotten it at the time. Okay, but their expectations, I feel, meet yours. That could be a very, very pleasant surprise. So let's look at this new insight, Page of Wands, Ace of Swords. So what's coming towards you, the new insight that's coming towards you, is the truth. And that's what burdens you more than anything, is not fully knowing what your person's expectations are. Okay? And then Queen of Wands, clarified by the Moon. So this person is just a little bit of a mystery to you, okay? But as we can see in the future, the truth will be revealed. So it makes sense that in your fears, this is showing up again, as you're not clear about this person that you find extremely attractive, that you can see a long-term connection with, but you generally don't know if you've fallen in love with somebody that may not be in line with your core values. 3 of Cups clarified by 7 of Pentacles. So I feel like kind of funny. Three of Cups, again, is about celebration, okay? And I feel like both of you are going to be so shocked that you're on the same page. Like neither one of you thought about what's next. I feel like there's going to be a beautiful reunion here, Three of Cups. And I feel like at the end of it, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, now what do we do? We realize that we have this beautiful connection. We have the potential for Ten of Pentacles. We have this amazing connection and passion between us. What do we do next? That's the outcome. What do we do next? But it's a happy outcome. That's a beautiful outcome, you know? And I feel like it comes out that way because you're both so surprised that your expectations about each other were on the same page the whole time. All right, Sagittarius, that is what I have for you. If you're looking for a more detailed or a deeper reading or whatever it is that you need, and just know that if you don't have any questions, this is the type of reading that I would do for you on a personal level, okay? Because a Celtic cross reading is the universe talking to you and telling you what you need to know versus us asking, okay? All right, loves, that is what I have for you. Have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you next time. All right, much love.